Hi Lou, how are you?
Yeah, good. Good to see you.
You too.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Pleasure.
Can I get you a tea or coffee or water or anything?
All good, thanks.
Alright, look, it shouldn't take too long. It's just a bit of a quick catch up for us to get some more background information. I know you've expressed some interest in joining the gym. So it's just to give us some background about your well-being so that we can design an appropriate program that's perfectly designed to fit in with your goals as well as your medical history.
Sure, sounds good.
Great. Alright, well obviously I know your name, so I've got that down. Your date of birth, Brett?
12th, 1st, 64.
Right. Now, just a quick couple of medical questions. We ask everybody these questions and we'll run through those and then we'll just have a little bit more of a chat. Has your doctor ever told you that you've had a heart condition or have you ever suffered a stroke?
No.
Good. Have you ever experienced any unexplained pains in your chest at rest or during physical activity?
No.
Do you ever feel faint or have spells of dizziness during physical activity? Or exercise cause you to lose balance?
No.
No? That's good. Have you ever had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention in the last 12 months?
No.
Good. If you have diabetes type 1 or 2, do you have diabetes?
No, I'm not a sufferer.
Oh, good. Okay, well, I'll ask that question. Do you have any diagnosed muscle, bone or joint problems that you've been told could be made worse through physical activity?
No.
Good. Do you have any other medical conditions that might make it dangerous for you to participate in exercise?
No.
Excellent. Any family history of stroke or heart attack in your parents or brothers or sisters?
No, I'm pretty healthy really.
Oh, that's good.
In that area.
Are you a smoker, Brad?
Non-smoker.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive these days. Did you ever smoke?
No.
Oh, excellent. Now, in terms of physical activity, how would you generally describe the amount of activities you do? Anything from sedentary, which is pretty much just going to work and catching up with the news when you get home or whatever, to a bit of light exercise, perhaps walking the dog, to moderate exercise, which might be the occasional sort of group fitness class or workout, to something more vigorous. Generally, how would you describe the sort of level of activity you do currently?
Probably moderate exercise.
Cool. And the number of times a week that you exercise?
5 times a week at the moment.
Yeah. And when you're exercising, how long are you actually exercising for?
Probably about 25-30 minutes.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
What sort of thing do you do when you're exercising?
Excuse me, I do some sprint training on a stationary bike and occasionally do a few weights.
Oh, good. Just at home or do you do...
I do the weights at work when I can and the bike I do in the mornings at home.
Okay. Oh, so the guys mentioned that when you were coming in you're a teacher, so you're a physical education teacher?
That's correct.
Oh, fantastic. Well, great to have the opportunity to do a bit of a workout while you're actually at work. Now, your height?
175.
Right. We will actually obviously accurately measure that one, but just to get a guesstimate. And your weight?
About 80 kgs.
Great. Ever been told that you have high blood pressure?
No.
No. Excellent. Ever been told that you have high cholesterol?
No.
Ever been told that you have high blood sugar?
No.
Oh, excellent. Well, doing well. Getting 100% so far.
First time for everything.
Have you spent time in hospital, including day admission for any illness or condition over the last 12 months?
No, I haven't.
Are you currently taking any prescribed medications for any medical conditions?
The only thing I take is I have been a bit of a gout sufferer over the years.
Oh, okay.
And so now I'm taking a drug called allopurinol.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
A-double-L.
You are...
P-I-N-O-L, I would suggest. I'm not totally
I'll
sure.
look that up.
Yeah, I take just a tablet a day in the mornings and I haven't suffered gout since I've started taking them, which is really good.
That's a good result. How long have you been suffering with the gout prior to taking the medication?
Ooh, I'd say probably on and off 20 years.
Oh,
It just seemed to be getting a little bit worse, so I was getting a bit over it. So yeah, the doctor suggested I try preventative measures. So yeah, it's been good.
And how long have you been taking the medication for?
Ooh, good question. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh, so quite some time.
Yeah.
So when you're exercising at the moment, does the does that create any issues in regard to the gout? Does it make any flare-ups, or does the medication affect you? Does it make you feel dizzy or lightheaded or anything?
I wouldn't even know. Apart from taking the tablet every day, I didn't have a clue. No effects, side effects whatsoever.
Excellent. Okay, well that's good. Well, we can certainly do some research on that. I'm assuming you're not pregnant. That's always a good one to ask a guy.
Stewards inquiry, if I was.
And do you have any other muscle, bone, or joint soreness that is affected by particular activity?
Played plenty of years of footy. Knees probably aren't brilliant anymore.
Yeah.
It's just lunging and things like that. I tend to stay hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
So I keep away from that sort of stuff.
Deep knee squats as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I sort of keep away from those sorts of things.
Okay. And running? How do you go with running?
No, running's pretty good.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. All right. So I'll just write some need just to remind me that we'll focus on activities that are away from that when we're designing your program for you. Good. Okay. And just in terms of the doctor visit, you mentioned obviously that he's prescribed you for the gout medication. When was the last time you caught up with your doctor?
I usually go and have a yearly check in February.
Yeah. Okay. Because generally, anybody over the age, any male over the age of 45, we would certainly recommend that you go and just have a tick of the box check up with your doctor to make sure everything's okay before we start you on any kind of exercise regime. Are you comfortable to catch up with him before we start off?
Yeah, sure. There's no reason why I can't go a couple of months earlier.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later on. Just more, I guess, out of interest for me in making sure that when we're looking at a program for you, that we are designing it specifically, keeping in mind your likes and dislikes. What's your previous experience? You've just told me before that you do 5 days a week, a bit of cardio and a bit of weights. You know, sort of holistically, and you've played some footy. So you've always kept pretty active, Brett?
Yeah, always been active.
Yep, okay. And have you been a member of a gym, or do you always like to do it at home? You know, what's the mix of your exercise over the last few years?
Last few years, simply I just do what I can when I can, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no real structure to it, so to say. It's just, well, the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been getting up early to do this bike thing, but yeah, when I have a moment I'll try and get some exercise in.
Good, and it's good to say that you've got some facilities obviously at work as well, so we need to, we could combine a bit of work through the gym and perhaps elsewhere as well.
Sure, I've got a new puppy, so he's nearly of the age where I can start running, so I look forward to doing that.
Excellent, good. Okay, any likes or dislikes in terms of coming along to a gym? Is there any particular things? We've mentioned the deep knee squats perhaps don't work for your knees. Is there anything that you really don't like doing?
Yoga.
Okay, alright, well we won't prescribe any yoga for you, that's that. Obviously though, we probably would encourage you just to do some gentle stretching at the end of your workout, just to make sure we maintain that flexibility. That's not going to be an issue for you.
Oh no, look, I'm aware of the benefits of stretching, etc. It's just that a few formalised yoga sessions with my wife on holidays haven't been the most enjoyable.
Okay, well I guess yoga's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand that. Apart from, the questions, obviously we've talked a little bit about your medical background, there's no other illnesses or anything that we should be aware of in terms of your health?
No, all pretty good.
Good. And just, I guess from a personal perspective, what was it that inspired you to come along and join the gym?
I just thought after all these years I might just get a bit more structure to it, more formalised. Usually you get a bit more motivated when there's other people around and things like that, and I think I'm at that stage where I need that extra little bit of motivation.
Excellent, good. Okay, and is there any particular goals that you have in mind for yourself? I mean, we'd sort of be thinking ideally when we structure a program, we like to have something short term that you'd like to achieve, and then something perhaps further off in the distance to aim for as well, a long term goal. So short term wise, is there anything immediately pressing that you want to work on or work towards?
No, look, I'm looking just for a general base really. A little bit of improvement on my aerobic fitness and possibly a little bit of improvement in my overall strength, and I'll be very, very happy.
Great, okay, well we can certainly do some testing to get a base for where you're at, and then perhaps set some goals around both aerobic and strength fitness in the medium, and then perhaps something out further long term. That'd be great. And lastly, times to come by the gym, 5 times a week. Is that something that you could commit to for the gym?
Yeah, pretty much. After work is generally good. I might have to make it one morning and the rest afternoons because of meeting schedules, etc. But yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
So 5 times a week, one morning, some up the rest after work?
That'd probably really suit, yeah.
Great. And amount of time, I know you said you're sort of doing 25-30 minutes at home. What would you sort of commit to if you're doing 5 times a week at the gym? How long would you like those sessions to run
Oh,
for?
I would have thought around about an hour would be good.
Good. Okay. Well, certainly, I mean, being a teacher, you can probably get here a great time in the afternoon. Things are generally a little bit quieter around here, which would be nice for you to come in and have a choice of machines and things, and then we can get you home in time to cook dinner for your family.
Oh, nice one, yes. Oh, sure, I'd be very happy.
All right.
Until they ate it.
Well, that's great, Brett. I think I've got enough. Did you have any questions at all about the gym or the program or
No, it sounds all good.
membership? Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you again.
You too,
And
Lou.
I'll be in touch and we'll talk about setting up that doctor's appointment for you. That'd be great.
Okay,
Great.
keep in touch.
Thanks.
See you later,
Bye.
bye.